Smiley!
Hello, Adam.
What's up, buddy?
We're just reading the Camilas Tex-Mex menu.
Yeah, we're back. We're recording this. It's Wednesday, but Taco Tuesday was just celebrated yesterday.
That's
over at our
right.
neighbors. If you guys, we don't have a shot of the front patio, but typically looking out the glass, we have a bunch of families eating Mexican food out front, enjoying margaritas. And what's your favorite dish?
The La Jarocha.
Oh,
It's so good. I get it every single time. Nothing else. I'll give a detailed description.
People know Camilas. People know Camilas. Oh, Linda's on screen. She loves Camilas as well. People always come in with their leftovers, and she does love sniffing their bags.
What are you talking about right now?
Linda's a bag sniffer, but when it comes to Camilas, no. But Camilas they've provided lunch at a lot of the enduros, Chubb Enduro, Greensfelder Enduro. Anytime we did trail builds, they always sponsored lunches and stuff for us. But anyway, they're our neighbors here. Their patio is out front of our shop, kind of our patio, I would say as well.
Pretty
but
much.
They have waiters and waitresses that will bring you tacos. I, however, will not. So
Adam will not.
I will have. We do have a one-wheel demo that people could ride around on the patio if they'd like, while eating a burrito. That could be good.
Maybe not.
But yeah, no, Camilas is really good. So what's your favorite meal? What is this?
All right, La Jarocha. Now
Okay.
I will give my detailed description.
It's so good, dude. Camilas is
I'll never give my detailed description.
It's the best. It's the best Mexican food that I've ever had. And we're next door. So I used to be next door to other restaurants, and they did not keep their kitchens clean like they do next door. So their food it's not only tasty, but it's clean. When I lost, well, yeah, go ahead.
Detailed description, all right. All right, so we got the rice, all right. Rice is kind of like mixed in.
Mm-hmm.
It's like fajitas with rice and queso, but it's all mixed together in a big platter that can feed like 2 people, which it costs $14. So it's pretty much $7 a person if you're feeding 2 people, because it's a lot. And then they give you 3 tortillas, and you always have to ask for more.
Or if you have a small family.
Yeah, small family
you could
too.
feed a whole small family.
You could
like
probably
a family under 5 foot. That's what I mean.
I mean, I guess you could, yeah. But like, it's a whole thing, and they give you tortillas. It is so good, dog. Oh my god, I want it right now.
So their chorizo queso is what I always get. That is excellent there. No one has chorizo queso like Camilas does, and
Excellent.
it is so good. And then I do the fajita quesadilla.
Dog, just get
I
the
think
La
that's what it is.
Jarocha. It's basically a fajita, but it's better.
Yeah, I gotta eat with a fork anyway. It's not like you can
A
pick it out.
fork.
But it all comes with like the corn, and the rice is so good. The Camilas chips and salsa, the chips are so fresh and so good.
I think they're made like every day or something.
Oh my
I think
goodness.
they make their
At
own.
100% they're everyday made.
They do make their own or whatever.
Yeah, but that's really good, Camilas.
I love Camilas.
Yeah. Like I said, you probably eaten their food or like back when we used to do the Taco Tuesdays at Castlewood and stuff like that. Their food is really good. It's not so good when it's 200 tacos in the backseat of your STI. And you're bringing tacos to a bunch of people every week. That was a pain in the butt.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Which brings me into what I wanted to discuss for this week's topic. So we should probably get to that.
What is it going to be?
We're only 5 minutes in, so we're good.
We're doing good today.
Across my YouTube feed, there was, because I follow a bunch of other bike shops, of course, and they were talking about like, what do you think a bike shop is like here for? Like, what do you think? Like, not from like an employee standpoint per se, but just like a local person. Like, what do you think a bike shop's for?
So the first thing is it's mainly to build a community in that town, let's say. And that's also a reason why a lot of people that, let's say, live or ride or wherever, that one bike shop that they really like, mostly because a lot of bike shops are just based around. This is just an example, guys. But a lot of bike shops kind of have like a community with them of that town.
Okay. Well, never mind. I don't want to go too deep into that. Yeah, it's interesting. I guess more what my question is what do you think bike shops provide communities would be more of the question.
Well,
because you say a sense of community, but why is that?
Well, the community also, if you buy a lot from bike shops and stuff, typically all these bike shops are supporting the races. And then you support the bike shop, you get a race, and then it all kind of recycles into each other for like a revolving cycle that just kind of grows the community and also ties you in with the bike shop.
Okay.
Perfect example. Adam said 5 stars.
For what?
That example. That was a good example.
I don't know if it was.
What are you trying to make me? What do you want me to say?
I don't know. What else? I mean, what do you think? Like, just so you just think kind of racing wise is where your head's at with it.
Well, that's what's up, man. Enduro racing, Loki events. Shout out to Loki events.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually working with Matt like last week.
We are home here in Eureka to both the Chubb Enduro, which was the first Enduro ever in Missouri Enduro Series back in like March 16th-ish.
Yeah.
Or like sometime in the middle of March of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
It was the last weekend before everything, before they shut parks down and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. And then Greensfelder.
I think Greensfelder Enduro.
And
then technically there was how did that go, that bluff?
Zombiewood?
Yeah.
Zombiewood too.
It was kind of weird, right? Because they didn't get to kind of maybe run it exactly how
I
they
didn't
had
get to
planned.
do it because I was a
Oh, you weren't
volunteer.
there.
So I was cheering on everyone.
Cheering everybody.
But at the same time, I got injured from the Greensfelder really bad. I'm sure everyone saw that terrible crash I had. That was pretty humorous.
Who recorded that?
My mom.
That's hilarious. What'd she say?
I can't say it.
Oh, she said bad words? Oh, no.
She never seen me like...
Did we bleep that?
I don't know if we bleeped it.
We'll bleep it by saying
Yeah. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, my mom never saw it. Like, she'll hear stories that I hit a tree this fast or blah, 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 blah. But she's never, like, actually seen it.
Mm-hmm.
So she got really freaked out.
Mm-hmm.
She was not a fan. But
Did she run right up to you, or did she just wait and see what
no,
happened?
I was racing, man.
You got back on the bike?
I took me about, like, a minute to get up. And I was in the middle of monkey heads. So I slammed my body into a sharp rock, and then it stabbed me internally. So then I'm bleeding out, and then I kind of just get up, like hike myself on top of the bike, and then just like barely coast down.
How was the bike? What was wrong with the bike?
The
Any
bike actually was
damage?
great. Shout out to the Santa Cruz boys. The bike was fine.
Bleep that, please.
Oh, I mean,
Just kidding. It was a Jameis hardline.
Oh, yeah.
No, had you been on a hardline, you probably would have had such good traction with your rear wheel.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have went over your bars like that.
That was my problem.
You would have been better in
Yeah.
control through 27.5 wheels, cutting the monkey heads, and then you would have just rolled right
That's
through
right.
it. So,
but yeah, we went.
yeah, shout out to for
Yeah.
almost killing you.
Well, we went last, so it was super rainy, and then wheels up that time. Something happened where we were late, so we were the last people to go down, so it was blown out wet. And then we had this line where it wasn't just straight through the monkey heads. It was over like this ledge, over on top of rock, and then you just go straight. But then when I rolled over that rock, my front tire, as I went down, it just slid out on the down part, and
Okay.
it just flung me.
What was
all
your
over.
front tire?
Minion DHF. So it's a thick tire. I was not expecting
Dual
that.
compound?
Maybe. I forget,
Does
honestly.
it say 3C?
It might be a double down. No, it's not double down. It's like medium end.
I posted a video today. I just took a picture. I tried doing all the tires that we have, but I got to too many pictures once I was just doing the 29-inch Maxxis tires. I was like, oh.
Too much photos.
Well, we got problems. So, yeah, there is a neat video of that. Yeah, we got double downs, DH tires, all kinds of stuff. Do you know last night, did you see the monthly giveaway that we do live on the first of every month at 8 p.m.?
I did.
Yeah, you were in there, of course. Was your brother in there?
No, he was not.
He was not. He won once, and he was like, that's enough for me.
Hey, to be fair though, he does like his watch. He wears it every day,
Mm-hmm.
and then it actually tells him to like. Apparently, he has like a lot of heart problems. So
Yeah, we haven't been talking much about the Garmin watches lately, but I dig it. I've lately been finding stress levels to be very handy, and my stress levels, because it tells you on the watch, are down significantly. Because I realized it was when I would have employees show up, so my stress levels would go up.
do I stress you out that much?
You're cool.
That's what I thought.
No, and
I'm pretty
everybody
chill.
is cool, but it's just, it's extra for me to have to, now I got to think about two people's jobs. So
Except for Riley Romacker. Everyone else does.
I
Everyone
noticed
else
a
does.
pattern emerging with my watch, and even on like days, because like I would have people call off, so I'd have like a busy Sunday or something, and it would be just me or me and somebody who's just kind of assisting. But I realized I'd look at my stress levels, I wasn't stressed. I'm like, well, it was so busy today, had so much going on, like dealing with like multiple people at a time. And my stress levels were still lower than when we were less busy, but I had, employees to have to be responsible for. And
So for some reason, Wednesdays on 3 to 7, it just
I guarantee,
it
dude.
spikes 100.
Sure. I know, 100%. You're worth
Oh,
it though.
Lord. Okay.
Not 100%, but I will look and it'll be as if like I was like, my stress levels also spike because it's heart rate variability. So it's not really like, am I stressed out or not? But it judges your heart rate variability and I guess maybe how similar or
see
how
what mine
different
is.
it is.
Mine's 77. I'm not stressed out
That's
right
pretty
now.
stressed.
I'm not stressed right now.
I'm 58. I'm medium.
Oh, I'm more than you. Oh, actually, I'm 80 now. I
Yeah.
can't even
I'm
talk about it.
stressing you.
I'm being stressed
But
out,
it's your
guys.
heart's supposed to vary between beats. It's not exactly the same every time, I guess, by like there's I don't know anything about the body, but something to do with like the thousandths of a second or maybe a billionth of a second. What do I know?
Really?
But it's something. But it measures the difference in this heart rate variability. It's a heart rate variability. I think it's self-explanatory.
Yeah. I don't know.
But it uses that to detect your stress score, and it
is
also
right a lot.
uses that when you're riding your mountain bike to do because like it's got mountain bike dynamics, so like your grind and your grit scores for every ride, heart rate variability goes into that, and then it also takes in elevation metrics to realize that you're climbing. That's when you get your grit score.
Yeah.
Do you have a grit score? Do you ever look at yours?
No, I didn't
Need
even
you
know it
to
existed.
before next week's podcast. That's what we should talk about because we haven't talked about Garmin's
Yeah.
in a long time.
Well, to be fair, I know the stress levels work because when I'd race enduro, like right before a stage or like at the start of the race, I get super nervous, which is a big problem. I should not get nervous because it makes you like slower. But it would go up to 100 because I just get nervous on the beginning of the stages. It gets scary, man, because you just like everyone's like locked in, and it's like, especially when you like crash really bad and you're like, oh, I cannot make another mistake, or else it's like over. You'll die. Not really. But yeah.
That's what happens when I let you talk.
What?
No. But no, I think that we've kind of gone on for long enough for this week. But I think that would be cool for next week. Look into because you're back, or wheels up. Enduro is back practicing. Nika's in full tilt. So you're going to be at practices and stuff. So pay attention to what your grit. Look at your mountain bike dynamics, and then give us an update on that next week.
That's right.
And we'll get into those things. People could subscribe over on YouTube, youtube.com/MTB
Please
Shuttle. Get you
subscribe,
to
please.
us. That's very helpful. I don't know why it's helpful, but I'm sure in the
It's
grand scheme
helpful
of things.
because
Well, we need to get to 1,000
1,000.
subscribers. We're very far off from that. So
once we get 1,000 subscribers, we will give.
everyone a bike.
We're gonna give a shop
Everyone
giveaway.
gets a bike.
We're gonna sell our shop to a random person at 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, that's a good plan. I'm into that one, actually.
Yep.
Let's rock it.
Wink, wink.
All right, man. That was a fun podcast, and we'll see everybody next week.
Bye.